Hello, this is Neo Reality Entertainment. I felt like it was time I decided to share my true thoughts and feelings towards Vince McMahon and recent creative decisions. I'm always on Bleacher Report, and I've been posting crazy conspiracy theories of Vince McMahon sabotaging NXT. And here's what I'm just going to say: I don't believe in my own conspiracy theories. That's just it. They're just crazy theories I come up with because I think Vince McMahon, because it's more like a gimmick now than it is an actual me thinking this. It's more like let's see. Well, like I say, it's more like a gimmick, but like it's like mixing the whole Vince McMahon is going senile and losing his perception of reality and thinking NXT is really a separate company. And I thought, well, maybe I can make a run with this. I like a lot of people on Bleacher Report tend to have a gimmick, so and some tend to be trolls for no other reason because they want to, like certain users I've known. But moving on from that, like my real thoughts about Vince McMahon and his view with NXT. There have been many reports that Vince McMahon seems to point towards having a love-hate relationship with NXT. He loves that NXT is so great. He loves how the stars are doing so well there. But I think the hate part comes from the fact that he's not making them now like he used to, and how they're doing better than his product has been, and sometimes it's said that he thinks that some of the guys, like Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami, are overrated. Like fans are liking these guys, and Vince thinks they're overrated, and like that. Like, no way, Vince. He cannot possibly think that. That would mean he's crazy. Oh my God, he's crazy. And I would always go on these thoughts that Vince McMahon might be personally sabotaging these NXT stars, like giving them stereotype gimmicks, giving them horrible gimmicks, not showcasing their true abilities, not letting them be themselves. And when I when these reports of how these NXT guys were getting injured lately, Sami Zayn and Hideo Itami recently, some people were saying that this was part of my evil conspiracy theory that Vince McMahon has an evil plan to weaken NXT's prestige. And like, okay, I may have come up with ridiculous theories that even I don't believe in, but I don't really think that. Like, I would think more like give them stereotype gimmicks, give them less time to showcase their real abilities. But like, I'm hoping Vince McMahon's perception of NXT has changed to more like fully embracing these guys instead of I'm professionally jealous of Triple H doing better than me. Like, that's my view. Like, he likes them, but at the same time, he hates them, thinking that, oh, well, I didn't make these guys, so let me just rambling on and on about this whole concept that I hate them. And it would make an interesting storyline if WWE, had brains to actually do it, where Vince McMahon is trying to on screen sabotage NXT wrestlers, saying that they're not his creation, that NXT is threatening my dominance as the leading wrestling promoter of the world, and Triple H turns face and whatnot. They do this whole NXT versus WWE angle, and that would certainly be interesting to see. And there's also the fact that Vince might, yeah, like I said, like there's sometimes I think Vince is jealous of NXT, like he likes it, but at the same time hates it. And I think that has to do with him might be a little jealous of Triple H, thinking Triple H is doing better than me. But I'm Vincent Kenny McMahon, damn it. I pretty much created this powerful industry into what it is now. And hearing that, hey, there's this guy that's a lot better than you in almost every single aspect in the terms of wrestling. And I bet that kind of got Vince really mad sometimes. But overall, I think Vince doesn't really hate NXT. I think it's first, like, I like this guy. I like these guys. But at the same time, he can't help have this nagging jealousy at the back of his head saying that they are in no way better than what I've done. I've done so much. And like, but Vince, you've sucked for the last 5 years. Like, yeah, you come up with some good ideas, like the New Day. Like at first, it was going to be a militant gimmick, but since the media went ahead and made a little crying fest about recent events, and I'm going to be honest, that didn't stop you with the last Nation of Domination angle. Like, I'm pretty sure there were lots of reports at the time, back in the 90s, regarding African Americans, and like, that never bothered you. So why is it bothering you now? Is it because you're public? You're a publicly traded company? But you did the whole black power and black nationalism back in the early 2000s, back in the mid 2000s, into sometime a little bit in the late 2000s. So what's changed now? And Vince McMahon's official idea was turn them into a stereotype gimmick. Like, ugh. Why make these guys stereotypes? They're just stereotypes of stereotypes. The worst kind! Like, ugh. I will not. And then I hear another report saying, well, it's only been a week since the New Day formed. Vince McMahon is apparently sick of them. Really? It's been 1 week, and now you officially given up on them. Is this like the report about how 1 week Vince McMahon wants to push Cesaro, then the next week he doesn't? Yeah, those were my thoughts about Vince McMahon, my real thoughts about him. Like, I have great respect for him. I respected him back then, and I kind of respect him now, though I kind of hate how his recent business decisions lately have been impacting the company and whatnot. Those were my thoughts, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.